Mission Control, this is Alvarez aboard Luna Explorer. We're approaching the designated coordinates over Mare Tranquillitatis. Visual confirmation on the anomalous surface features you asked us to investigate. In other words, we can see the moon.
Copy that, Tess. And it's good to see the new IDF communication system is all up and running. Being able to text you up in space is just astounding technology to have.
This is Huntridge. Are you seeing any movement or changes in the ground formation since your last pass?
Negative on movement, but the shadows seem to have changed since our first orbital photos.
Oh my goodness. Surely I'm seeing things.
Alvarez report. What are you observing?
The moon's surface. It's moving. The ridges are rising and falling like breathing.
Are you certain about this observation? Could it be an optical illusion from your angle?
No illusion. The entire surface is undulating. It's like the moon is alive.
Luna Explorer, maintain your current altitude. Do not descend any further. We need more data before proceeding.
Copy that, but Vex, something's happening down there. The breathing pattern is getting faster.
I'm reading gravitational fluctuations from your position. Small, but definitely present. This shouldn't be possible.
Mission Control, the breathing has stopped. Everything's gone completely still. Too still.
Luna Explorer, prepare for immediate extraction. If it isn't safe to land, then we're pulling you back.
Agreed. Beginning retreat protocol now. Wait, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Tess, what's happening? Report immediately.
The surface is opening up. There are eyes.
And a mouth. A huge mouth where the Sea of Tranquility was.
Luna Explorer, execute emergency burn now. Get out of there immediately.
Trying to fire engines, but they aren't doing anything. We're being pulled towards the surface. The gravitational field is off the charts.
Confirming massive gravitational anomaly. It's like the moon's mass just tripled.
The eyes are tracking our movement. They're huge, maybe hundreds of miles across, and they're focused on us.
Luna Explorer, emergency override on all systems. Full power to engines now.
No response from engines. We're accelerating toward the surface. Current speed 200 miles an hour and climbing.
The mouth is opening wider. I can see inside it. There's something in there. Structures, buildings maybe?
What do you mean, buildings?
Velocity now 400 miles an hour. Impact in approximately 90 seconds. Tell our families we love them.
Negative, you're not dying today. Keep working the problem.
The eyes are blinking now. Slow, deliberate blinks, like it's studying us. Wait, it's not just looking at us anymore.
What do you mean?
The eyes are turning. They're looking past us. They're looking at Earth.
No, the moon is moving. The entire moon is changing course. It's heading for Earth.
That's impossible. Moons don't just change orbital trajectories.
This one does, because this one is freaking alive, and it's hungry.
Impact with surface in 30 seconds. The mouth is opening even wider. Impact in 10 seconds. Tell everyone the moon is coming for Earth. We're screwed.
Emergency protocols activated. We just lost contact with Luna Explorer. Creating emergency group chat for all available personnel.
This is Ashcraft at News Station 7. We're getting reports of Luna Explorer going dark. Can you confirm mission status?
Confirmed. Both astronauts presumed killed on impact, but that's not our biggest problem right now.
Stoneheart here from Geological Survey. My seismic equipment is going crazy. What exactly happened up there?
The moon is alive. I know how that sounds, but it's true. And it's moving toward Earth.
Nightfall from engineering. That's scientifically ridiculous. Moons are literally just balls of rock.
Well, this ball of rock has a mouth and eyes on it. Check your telescopes. Check your instruments. The moon is no longer in its proper orbital position.
Holy crap! I'm looking at it right now through our broadcast telescope. You're right, it's definitely closer than it should be.
Ironwood from Medical. Are we talking about an extinction-level event here?
Worse. Dr. Korathani is coordinating with world governments. They're activating the Haven Bunker Protocol.
Haven bunkers? You mean those deep military installations? They're actually real?
Real and operational. If you have access to one, get there now. This is not a drill.
How long do we have?
At current trajectory, maybe 1 hour, maybe less if it keeps accelerating.
I'm broadcasting this live. People need to know. They need time to say goodbye to their families.
Do it, but tell them to head for high ground or underground shelters. The impact will cause massive tsunamis.
What about the people who can't reach shelters?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Director Razorback, this is Dr. Korathani. We have a Code Obsidian scenario developing, requesting immediate activation of all Haven bunkers worldwide.
Korathani, what's the situation? Your reports are reading like science fiction.
The Luna Explorer mission has confirmed our worst fears. The moon is a living entity. It has killed our astronauts and is now on a collision course with Earth.
Are you absolutely certain about this assessment?
I have gravitational data, visual confirmation, and communication logs. The moon's orbital velocity has increased by 300%. Impact is inevitable.
Time to impact?
Approximately 47 minutes. The entity appears to be targeting the northern hemisphere.
Authorization code Omega 77. Obsidian confirmed. All Haven bunkers are now active. How many people can we save?
Maybe 200 million if we're lucky. Bunker capacity is limited. We're looking at 90% population loss, minimum. Dr. Ghostwater, this is Korathani. Are your Australian facilities receiving our data stream?
Confirmed, Vex. Our instruments are corroborating everything. The moon's mass readings are fluctuating wildly. It's like it has some kind of internal structure.
That matches what our astronauts reported before impact. They saw what looked like a civilization inside the mouth.
Inside the mouth? You mean this thing actually has biological features?
Eyes, mouth, and apparently internal structures. This isn't just a moon. It's a cosmic-scale creature.
And it's coming to Earth. Why would it do that?
Unknown. But given that it consumed our astronauts immediately, I don't think its intentions are peaceful.
We're coordinating with the ISS crew. Echo Starweaver is providing orbital observations.
What's her assessment?
She says the moon's surface is completely transformed, no longer rocky, appears to be organic tissue, and it's pulsing like a heartbeat.
This is Haven 7 Communications, creating final status update for all personnel. Impact estimated in 12 minutes.
Broadcasting live to the world, showing images of the approaching moon. People are panicking, but they deserve to know.
Voidheart from Haven 7 Security. Ground observers report the moon is visible during daylight now. It's massive and getting bigger.
The eyes are still open, still looking at Earth, like it's choosing where to land.
Starweaver from ISS. The moon's trajectory has shifted again. It's definitely targeting populated areas. North America appears to be the primary target.
Dr. Korathani, any last-minute options? Nuclear deterrent? Anything?
All stations, this is Dr. Korathani. Impact in 3 minutes. All personnel to secure positions. The living moon has reached Earth's atmosphere.
The sky is turning red. I can see it through our surface monitors. It's enormous. Bigger than anything should be able to be.
The mouth is opening wider as it approaches, preparing for impact. Good luck to all survivors.
This is my final broadcast. To anyone receiving this, remember that we tried to warn everyone. Remember that some of us survived. And remember that this is not the end.
Impact in 10 seconds. The mouth is directly above us. I can see the civilization inside. They're looking down at us, almost like they're sorry. Impact now. All bunkers, this is Haven 7 Communications. Beginning day 1827 status report. 5 years since lunar impact. Requesting supply updates from all active facilities.
Brisbane bunker checking in. Water reserves at 34% capacity. Food stores projected to last another 8 months. We need to organize another surface run soon. The people are getting hungry.
Copy that, Brisbane. Haven 12 in Colorado. What's your status?
Haven 12 here. We're down to emergency rations. Lost 3 people on our last scavenging mission. Surface radiation is getting worse near the impact crater. Plus, all they managed to find was a dead rat.
I'm sorry to hear about your losses. Haven 3 in Germany, please respond.
Haven 3 operational. We've managed to establish a small hydroponic garden. It's producing about 15% of our vegetable needs. But protein sources remain critically low.
That's excellent progress on the hydroponics. Can you share your setup specifications with other bunkers?
I'm already compiling the data. I'll transmit blueprints within the hour.
Haven 7 status update. 127 residents remaining. Medical supplies at 22% capacity. Our engineer Dex has managed to boost signal strength by 15%.
Signal improvements are temporary. The magnetic interference is getting stronger. Something about that embedded moon fragment is affecting our electronics.
Speaking of the moon fragment, Mira, do you have today's geological report?
Unfortunately, yes. Seismic activity increased by 12% this week. The moon fragment is shifting deeper into Earth's crust, causing instability across multiple tectonic plates.
Any idea what that means for us long-term?
Best case scenario, constant earthquakes for the next decade. Worst case, the fragment could destabilize the planet's core, leading to total geological collapse.
Well, that's cheerful news to start the day. Any other bunkers have updates to share?
Haven 18 in Japan reporting. We've had success with mushroom cultivation in the lower levels. Also, our astronomers have been tracking some unusual stellar activity. In other words, we're seeing more irregular planetary movements coming from other celestial bodies in the solar system. We think some of the outer planets are shifting position, but our equipment isn't sophisticated enough to be certain.
Dr. Korathani, this is Director Razorback. Classified channel Omega-9 is now active. Authorization code Black Hawk Alpha 779.
Confirmed, Director. Operation Black Hawk is ready for final authorization. All satellite systems have been tested and are operational.
What's our current defensive capability?
12 orbital platforms armed with kinetic bombardment systems. Each satellite carries enough tungsten rods to level a small country. Targeting systems calibrated for large-scale celestial objects.
And you believe this will be sufficient?
Against conventional threats, absolutely. Against whatever that moon creature was, Honestly, we're guessing.
The survival of our species may depend on these weapons. I'm authorizing full deployment. Operation Black Hawk is now active.
Understood, Director. Beginning final system checks and crew assignments. We'll report back within the hour.
Dr. Corathani, what's your honest assessment of our survival chances?
If we're only dealing with the embedded moon fragment, maybe 60 to 70% chance of long-term species survival. If more cosmic entities like that moon show up, I don't want to speculate.
I understand. Proceed with Black Hawk deployment, and may whatever gods are left help us all.
Team Operation Black Hawk is officially authorized. Final assignments are as follows. Nira, I need your analysis on the lunar debris samples, specifically the organic compounds we discussed.
The samples are unlike anything in our biological databases. The tissue appears to be partially crystalline, almost like it's part organic, part mineral, and it's still showing signs of cellular activity.
Still active after 5 years?
Not just active, growing. The samples have increased in mass by 23% since collection. Whatever this moon creature was, it's not entirely dead.
That's deeply unsettling. Keep monitoring those samples closely. Chicks, what's the status on satellite deployment?
All 12 platforms are in position. Tungsten rod payloads confirmed on each satellite. Targeting computers are online and responsive. We can deliver precision strikes to any coordinates within 30 seconds.
Excellent work. Kale, I need you monitoring for any astronomical anomalies, especially anything involving planetary movements.
Already on it, Vex, though I have to say, our orbital observation capabilities are limited. Most of our advanced telescopes were destroyed in the impact. We're basically working with amateur equipment now.
Do the best you can with what we have. Pax, how are our satellite communication links?
Strong and stable for now, though I'm detecting increasing electromagnetic interference. Source appears to be the moon fragment itself. It's almost like it's broadcasting something.
Broadcasting? What kind of signal?
Low-frequency pulses, very faint but consistent, almost like a heartbeat pattern.
That correlates with my biological findings. The tissue samples pulse at the exact same frequency. Whatever's left of that creature is still alive down there.
Mira, I need more details about the moon fragment's behavior. Dr. Corathani's team is asking for comprehensive data.
The fragment is approximately 400 miles in diameter, embedded roughly 50 miles into Earth's crust, creating a massive crater system that stretches across 3 time zones. The surrounding area shows signs of continuous geological activity.
What kind of activity?
Constant microtremors radiating outward from the impact site, magnetic field fluctuations that interfere with our instruments, and most strangely, the crater walls appear to be self-repairing.
Self-repairing? What do you mean by that?
Rock formations that should have collapsed are somehow stabilizing, almost like the fragment is affecting the local geology, making it more structurally sound. It's unprecedented in geological science.
Could this be related to the organic compounds Dr. Blackthorn found?
Possibly. If the moon creature's biology could interface with inorganic matter, it might explain the strange mineral formations we're seeing.
I'm forwarding this data to Black Hawk immediately. This could be crucial intelligence.
Zara, there's one more thing. The fragment isn't just embedded in our planet. It's slowly sinking deeper. At current rates, it will reach the mantle layer within 50 years.
And what happens then?
Best case scenario, global volcanic activity. Worst case, complete planetary destabilization. We might not have as much time as we thought.
Urgent message to all bunkers. This is Dr. Ghostwater in Brisbane. We have a massive astronomical emergency developing.
Finn, what's happening? Your message is tagged as urgent.
I've been monitoring the outer planets with our remaining telescope equipment. Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto are moving. They're breaking their established orbital patterns.
Moving how exactly? Planets don't just change orbits randomly.
These aren't random changes. The movements are coordinated. All 3 planets are altering course toward Earth, and they're accelerating.
No, not again. Planets are massive objects governed by gravitational physics. How the hell can they be organic?
I'm sending the data to all bunkers now. You really think these images say otherwise? Tell me I'm wrong.
Haven 18 confirming Dr. Ghostwater's observations. Our equipment shows similar planetary movements. This is not equipment malfunction.
How long until they reach Earth's vicinity?
At current acceleration rates, Saturn will be within Jupiter's orbital distance in 6 months. Jupiter could reach us in 4 months. Pluto is moving slower, but still approaching.
You're really telling me that there are more cosmic creatures heading for Earth?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. And they're much larger than the moon was. Jupiter alone could swallow Earth whole.
Haven 12 here. Our surface teams reported seeing new lights in the skyline last night, brighter than normal planetary positions. Could that be related to this movement?
Almost certainly. As they get closer, they'll become more visible to the naked eye. People are going to panic when they realize what's happening.
I'm calling an emergency meeting with all bunker commanders and getting this information to Blackhawk immediately. If we thought the moon impact was bad, this could be the actual end of everything.
Agreed. Continue monitoring from your positions and pray that Dr. Corathani's weapons are more effective than we think, because we're about to face something no human has ever imagined.
All Blackhawk personnel, priority Alpha alert. We have confirmed reports of multiple planetary entities approaching Earth. Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto are exhibiting the same characteristics as the Moon. All personnel report to stations immediately.
Weapon systems are online and ready. But Vex, our tungsten rods weren't designed for planet-sized targets. We're talking about objects millions of times larger than anything we planned for.
I understand the scale issue, but these weapons are all we have. We'll target what appear to be vulnerable points. The eyes, the mouth, anything that looks organic.
Gravitational readings are off the charts. The approaching planets are affecting Earth's orbit. We're being pulled slightly off course. This could disrupt our entire ecosystem.
How long before they're in weapons range?
Jupiter will be within optimal firing distance in approximately 3 months, Saturn shortly after. But I have to be honest, Vex, I don't think our weapons can stop planet-sized creatures.
Then we'll die fighting. Because the alternative is watching them devour what's left of humanity. Prepare all systems for extended combat operations. This is what we trained for.
Vex, the moon fragment samples are reacting to this news. The cellular activity has increased dramatically, like it's excited about something.
Excited about the arrival of more creatures?
That's my best interpretation. Whatever's left of the moon entity, it knows its friends are coming.
This is Starweaver aboard the International Space Station. IDF communication system is barely functional, running on backup power and prayer at this point.
Echo, we need your orbital perspective desperately. What's your visual confirmation on the approaching entities?
Jupiter is massive beyond comprehension. It's definitely leading the formation. Saturn is following approximately 200,000 miles to the right. Both show clear organic features across their surfaces.
By all that's holy. Can you see any specific targeting features? Weak points in the eyes, mouth structures, or literally anything we can aim for?
Nope. One of Jupiter's eyes is approximately the size of Earth itself. It's been tracking our planet for the past few weeks since it arrived. And Vex, it's blinking.
Blinking with what frequency?
Every 23 minutes and 14 seconds, like clockwork. Almost like it's calculating something.
Keep monitoring that pattern. Any changes could indicate an attack posture.
Copy that. Also, I'm detecting energy signatures from all three entities, similar to what we recorded from the moon before impact. They're definitely the same type of creature.
All Blackhawk stations, this is Control. Final weapon deployment is now active. 12 antimatter warheads positioned in strategic grid formation.
Commander Valderos confirming weapon status. All satellites are locked on target. Primary target, Jupiter's eye formation. Secondary targets, Saturn's visible organic structures. Weapons are armed and ready for your command.
What's our estimated damage potential?
Each antimatter warhead carries the equivalent of 50 megatons. Coordinated strike should theoretically create a 600 megaton explosion. But against a planet-sized target, we're essentially throwing pebbles at a mountain.
It's better than nothing. Target the most vulnerable looking areas. Maybe we can blind them or cause enough pain to make them retreat.
Satellite technician reporting interference. Something is jamming our targeting systems. Signal strength dropping by 15% every hour.
Source of the interference?
Appears to be coming from the embedded moon fragment, like it's trying to protect the approaching entities, or coordinate with them.
Can you boost signal strength to compensate?
I'm trying, but the interference is getting stronger. We might lose targeting capability within 12 hours.
Then we fire within 12 hours. Whether they're in optimal range or not.
All Haven 7 residents, mandatory observation duty begins now. We need eyes on the surface 24/7. Thane is establishing security protocols for the upper levels.
Security Chief Voidheart reporting. The vibrations from the moon fragment are getting worse. Upper level structural integrity is down to 60%. We may need to evacuate to deeper sections.
How bad are the vibrations?
Constant tremors every 3 to 4 minutes. Duration approximately 30 seconds each. And they're getting stronger, like something is trying to break free from below.
Mira, are you getting similar readings from the geological sensors?
Confirmed. The moon fragment is definitely shifting position. It's rotating slowly clockwise, almost like it's trying to orient itself toward the approaching planets.
Observation schedule is as follows. Riven takes 0600 to 1200 shift. Dex covers 1200 to 1800. Lyra monitors 18000000. I'll handle the overnight 0000 to 0600 watch.
Former news anchor reporting for duty. I've been compiling survivor testimonies about the dreams. Every single person is having the same nightmare, being watched by something from below.
Describe these dreams in more detail.
People report feeling like they're being observed constantly, even when they're awake.
Medical officer confirming the psychological reports. Sleep deprivation is affecting 89% of our remaining population. People are afraid to close their eyes.
Engineer Nightfall here. The electromagnetic interference is affecting more than our communications. Our air filtration systems are experiencing random shutdowns. Power grid fluctuations every time the fragment shifts. We're losing system stability across the board.
Can you compensate for the interference?
I'm trying to shield our critical systems, but whatever's causing this interference is incredibly powerful. It's like the fragment is trying to disable our technology, or maybe communicate with it.
All bunkers, this is Haven 7 with urgent updates. The approaching entities are now visible to the naked eye. Surface observation confirms they appear as new, bright objects in the sky, and the satellites show something even more dreadful.
Brisbane bunker confirming visual contact. Jupiter appears as a massive bright disk, approximately 10 times larger than the moon used to appear, and it's definitely getting bigger every day. Plus, we're detecting something else.
Like?
Smaller objects being ejected from both entities. They appear to be moving much faster than the main bodies. Trajectory suggests they're targeting something specific.
Haven 12 reporting similar observations. Our surface scouts counted at least 4 smaller projectiles, each one roughly the size of Earth's original moon. They're moving in a coordinated formation.
Dr. Corathani, are you monitoring this channel? Those projectiles might be targeting your satellites.
Emergency geological alert. All bunkers need to hear this immediately. The embedded moon fragment is exhibiting unprecedented activity.
Mira, what's happening down there?
The fragment isn't just shifting position anymore. It's actively excavating itself. Seismic readings show it's creating tunnels and cavities, like it's building something underground.
Building what exactly?
I don't know, but the tunnel systems extend for hundreds of miles. They're spreading out like a massive root network, and they're all oriented toward major population centers, or at least where population centers used to be.
Are you saying it's trying to reach the other bunkers?
That's exactly what I'm saying. The tunnel network will reach Haven 12's position within 72 hours. Haven 3 in approximately 1 week. It's systematically targeting every survivor location.
Haven 12 here. We're detecting vibrations in our lower levels now. Something is definitely approaching from below.
All bunkers need to prepare for possible underground breach. Implement lockdown protocols immediately.
There's more. The tunnel systems aren't just spreading horizontally. They're also going deeper. Current excavation depth is approaching the mantle layer. If it reaches that depth...
What happens if it reaches the mantle?
Global volcanic activity, massive tectonic instability, possible planetary core disruption. We could be looking at complete geological collapse.
All Black Hawk personnel and bunker commanders. Tactical situation analysis based on current intelligence. We're facing a coordinated attack on multiple fronts.
Commander Valderos confirming tactical assessment, approaching entities from space, underground infiltration from embedded fragment, and now projectiles targeting our defensive capabilities. Classic pincer movement on a planetary scale.
Dr. Ghostwater, what's your analysis of the projectile trajectory?
The smaller objects are definitely targeting our satellite positions. They're moving with too much precision to be random. Estimated time to satellite contact, 18 hours.
Can our weapons intercept the projectiles?
Our satellites weren't designed for defensive maneuvering. They're sitting ducks up there. We might get one volley before they're destroyed.
Then we make that volley count. Target Jupiter's eye formation the moment it's in range. Full coordinated strike with all 12 satellites.
Astrophysicist Huntridge reporting gravitational anomalies. Earth's rotation is slowing down. The approaching entities are affecting our planetary mechanics. Day-night cycles are extending by approximately 30 minutes each day.
How does that affect our operational timeline?
It means they're already influencing Earth from their current distance. Their gravitational fields are immense, much stronger than normal planetary bodies should produce.
Because they're not normal planetary bodies. They're living creatures using planets as shells or camouflage.
Xenobiologist Blackthorn here. The moon fragment samples are exhibiting extreme activity. Cellular reproduction has increased by 400%. It's like they're preparing for something.
Preparing for the arrival of the other entities?
More than that, I think they're preparing to coordinate an attack. The embedded fragment might be acting as a communication relay, coordinating the approaching entities with precision targeting.
Haven 7 requesting priority status update. How long before the projectiles reach our Black Hawk satellites?
Brisbane calculations show 14 hours until first contact. The projectiles are accelerating beyond our initial estimates. They seem to be powered by some kind of propulsion system.
All stations prepare for weapons deployment in 12 hours, whether we're in optimal range or not. This may be our only chance to strike before they destroy our capabilities.
Weapon systems standing by. All antimatter warheads are armed and ready. Targeting computers locked on Jupiter's I formation. Awaiting your command, Dr. Corathani.
All bunkers, prepare for potential retaliation strikes. If our attack succeeds, they may respond aggressively. If our attack fails, well, we'll face that scenario when we come to it.
Haven 7 security reporting structural damage in upper levels. The vibrations are now continuous. Something large is moving through the tunnel system below us. We may need to evacuate deeper into the bunker.
All residents to level 7 and below. Emergency evacuation protocols in effect. This is not a drill.
Surface observation reporting multiple lights in the sky. The projectiles are now visible from ground level. They look like moons, small moons with faces on them, and they're all looking down at Earth.
All stations, 12-hour countdown begins now. This is humanity's last stand. Whatever happens next, we go down fighting.
Satellite contact lost. Satellite Alpha 7 just went dark. The projectile swallowed it completely before detonation.
What do you mean swallowed? Our satellites are the size of school buses.
The moon projectiles opened up like mouths, consumed the entire satellite unit in one motion. No explosion, no debris, nothing. It's like the satellite never existed.
Commander Valderos confirming multiple satellite losses. Alpha 7, Beta 3, and Charlie 9 are gone. The projectiles are hunting our weapons systematically. They know exactly where each satellite is positioned.
How many satellites do we have left?
7 remaining, but they're all being pursued. The projectiles move faster than our orbital platforms. We can't outrun them.
Delta 5 just went silent. Make that 6 satellites remaining. At this rate, we'll have no weapons left within 2 hours.
Can we detonate the remaining satellites manually? At least damage the projectiles pursuing them?
Negative. The projectiles are absorbing the satellites before detonation. It's like they're feeding on our technology. Echo 1 just disappeared. 5 satellites left.
This is a complete tactical disaster. Our entire defensive capability is being systematically destroyed.
Foxtrot 6 and Golf 2 gone simultaneously. 3 satellites remaining. The projectiles are coordinating their attacks. This isn't random hunting. They're executing a planned strategy.
ISS reporting critical astronomical development. The 3 planetary entities have reached Earth's orbital vicinity. They're positioning themselves in a triangular formation around our planet.
What kind of formation?
Equidistant spacing. Jupiter positioned above the North Pole. Saturn covering the South Pole. Pluto stationed over the Pacific Ocean. All 3 entities have their faces turned toward Earth.
It's a feeding formation. They're preparing to consume the entire planet.
Xenobiologist Blackthorn confirming the formation analysis. This matches the behavior patterns from the moon creature. They're positioning themselves for optimal consumption angles. Earth is completely surrounded.
Gravitational readings are catastrophic. Earth's orbit has been completely disrupted. We're no longer following our standard path around the sun. The combined gravitational fields are pulling us in multiple directions.
How long before they begin their attack?
Based on their current positioning, maybe hours. They're all opening their mouths now. The cavities are enormous. Each mouth could swallow continents.
Hotel 8 satellite destroyed. 2 satellites remaining. India 9 and Juliet 4 are the last of our weapons.
Attempting to activate secondary nuclear deterrent. Missile silos in North Dakota and Montana should still be operational.
Launch authorization codes?
Transmission failure. Something is jamming all nuclear launch communications. We can't reach the silos. The embedded moon fragment is blocking our signals.
So our space weapons are gone? Our ground-based weapons are compromised. We're completely defenseless.
India 9 satellite just vanished. Juliet 4 is our last remaining weapon, and it's being pursued by 2 projectiles.
Engineer Nightfall reporting critical system failures. Communications array is down to 23% capacity. Power grid fluctuations increasing every hour. The interference from below is overwhelming our electronics.
Can you restore communications?
I'm trying to reroute through backup systems, but the electromagnetic pulses are getting stronger. Whatever's in the moon fragment is actively jamming us.
Medical officer reporting mass psychological breakdown. 47 residents are experiencing acute panic attacks. People are hearing sounds through the walls. Drilling, scratching, and what sounds like singing.
Singing?
Low-frequency harmonic sounds, almost like a lullaby, but it's coming from the direction of the embedded fragment.
Security chief confirming audio anomalies. We're detecting rhythmic impacts against the bunker's lower walls. Something large is moving through the tunnel system, and it's getting closer to our position.
The drilling sounds are constant now. Whatever's down there is trying to break through. Our structural integrity is down to 31%.
All residents to level 9. Deepest sections of the bunker only. Emergency lockdown protocols in effect.
Surface observation post-reporting visible changes in the sky. The 3 planetary entities are moving closer. Their mouths are opening wider. And there's something else. The sun looks different.
Different how?
Brighter in some areas, darker in others. Almost like there are shadows moving across its surface.
Urgent astronomical alert! All stations need to see this immediately. I'm detecting massive thermal activity from the sun.
What kind of thermal activity?
Solar prominences are forming unusual patterns. The magnetic field lines are reorganizing, and the surface temperature is spiking in specific regions.
Send me that thermal imaging data.
Transmitted.
ISS confirming solar observations. Visual confirmation of facial features on the sun's surface. Each eye formation is larger than Jupiter, and they're looking directly at the planetary entities surrounding Earth.
Brisbane bunker corroborating solar activity. Our thermal sensors are detecting massive energy buildup. The sun's gravitational field is fluctuating. Something is definitely waking up in there.
So even the sun is another one of these cosmic creatures?
That's the only logical conclusion. And if it's anything like the others, it's much larger and more powerful than the planets.
Juliet 4 satellite consumed. All Black Hawk weapons are destroyed. We have no defensive capabilities remaining.
Emergency geological report. The embedded moon fragment is exhibiting unprecedented behavior. It's not trying to drill toward us anymore. It's pushing against Earth's crust from below.
Pushing how?
Massive thrust forces directed away from the planetary entities, like it's trying to move the entire planet. Seismic readings show coordinated pressure points, all oriented in the same direction.
Security confirming the change in vibration patterns. The drilling sounds have stopped. Now it sounds like engines. Massive engines firing beneath us.
ISS reporting Earth's position is changing. We're moving away from the planetary entities. Slowly but definitely moving. The embedded moon fragment is acting like a massive thruster.
It's moving us away from the other creatures?
That's exactly what it's doing. And the timing is critical. The planetary entities were about to begin their feeding sequence, but Earth is now outside their optimal attack formation.
Gravitational analysis confirms Earth displacement. We're being pushed toward the sun, but at a controlled rate, like the moon fragment is navigating us deliberately.
Wait, toward the sun? That would incinerate us.
Not necessarily. The trajectory is precise. We're being moved to a specific orbital position, one that places us behind the sun relative to the planetary entities.
The fragment isn't trying to kill us. It's trying to protect us, using the sun as a shield.
Dr. Blackthorn, I'm receiving structured signals from the moon fragment. Can you analyze these transmission patterns?
Sending the data to my xenobiology systems now. These aren't random electromagnetic pulses. They're mathematical sequences, prime numbers, geometric progressions, and... wait.
What are you seeing?
Language patterns, syntax structures that suggest intelligent communication. The moon fragment is trying to talk to us.
Can you decode the messages?
Working on it. The mathematical foundation is universal. Basic physics and chemistry constants, building up to more complex concepts. It's like a primer for interspecies communication.
Communication systems are stabilizing. The interference has changed to a structured pattern, like the fragment is broadcasting specifically to our equipment, boosting our signal strength instead of jamming it.
So the electromagnetic interference wasn't an attack. It was the fragment trying to establish communication protocols.
I'm getting partial translations now. Concepts related to protection, movement, and survival. The fragment is telling us it's moving Earth to safety, away from what it calls the feeding circle.
The 3 planetary entities?
Yes, but there's more. References to the ancient hunger, and something called the solar awakening. The fragment seems to know about the sun's transformation.
Speaking of the sun, the solar entity's mouth is opening, and it's massive. The opening spans multiple solar prominences.
ISS confirming solar activity escalation. The sun's gravitational field is pulling on the planetary entities. Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are being drawn toward the solar mouth. They're struggling against the gravitational pull, but they can't escape.
The sun is going to consume the other entities?
It looks that way. And Earth is being positioned safely behind the sun, protected from the feeding sequence.
New translation coming through. The fragment is saying, solar cycle complete. Planetary harvest begins. I think the moon is saving us?
ISS reporting massive solar activity. The sun's mouth is extending what look like tentacles. Massive solar flares reaching toward the planetary entities. Each flare is millions of miles long.
Are the planetary entities trying to escape?
They're struggling against the gravitational pull. Jupiter is firing smaller projectiles at the solar flares, but they're being absorbed on contact. Saturn is trying to change course, but it's too late.
Gravitational readings are off the charts. The sun's mass appears to be increasing exponentially. It's pulling everything in the solar system toward itself. Jupiter is literally being dragged right past us. Except Earth. We're moving in the opposite direction.
The moon fragment is pushing us away with incredible force. Each thrust is precisely calculated. We're being moved to a stable orbital position behind the sun.
Jupiter just made contact with the solar mouth. The entire planet is being consumed. It's disappearing into the sun's interior. Saturn and Pluto are next.
How long until the sun finishes feeding?
Based on current consumption rate, maybe 30 minutes until all three entities are devoured, and Earth will be safely positioned behind the sun, protected from whatever happens next.
Surface observation confirming the cosmic event. People are watching the sky in absolute terror and amazement. 3 planets being eaten by the sun, while the moon saves our world. This is beyond anything humanity ever imagined.
Communication breakthrough achieved. I've successfully decoded the moon fragment signal patterns. The mathematical foundation has led to basic language translation. They're responding to our communication attempts.
What are they saying?
Stand by. Establishing first contact protocol. Incoming transmission from the moon entities.
Greetings, surface dwellers of Earth. I am Sage Blackwater, spokesperson for the Lunar Collective. We have monitored your communications during this crisis.
This is Dr. Vex Corathani, Director of Earth's Defense Operations. Are you responsible for moving our planet to safety?
Correct. Our gravitational manipulation systems have relocated Earth to protect your species from the solar feeding cycle. We apologize for the initial casualties during our emergency landing.
Emergency landing? You mean the lunar impact 5 years ago?
Yes. Our civilization has inhabited the moon's interior for 12,000 Earth years. We detected the solar entity beginning its awakening cycle. Emergency protocols required immediate planetary relocation. Unfortunately, our landing damaged your planet's surface.
Dr. Blackthorn requesting clarification. You said the solar entity awakens in cycles?
The solar being awakens every 15,000 years to feed. It consumes all organic planetary entities within gravitational range. Our original homeworld was devoured during the previous cycle. We escaped by hollowing out your moon and hiding inside.
So you've been living in the moon this entire time?
Correct. Here's what the inside looks like. For years, we've been building gravitational manipulation technology, preparing for the next feeding cycle, which occurred today. Your planet would have been consumed without our intervention.
All surviving bunkers, priority communication from Haven 7. We have established contact with the moon's inhabitants. They are not hostile. Repeat, the moon entities are not our enemies.
Brisbane Bunker requesting confirmation. Are you saying the moon creatures saved us?
Confirmed. The Lunar Collective prevented Earth from being consumed by the sun. Their spokesperson is communicating directly with our scientists.
Haven 12 here. Our people are seeing the planetary consumption in the sky. Jupiter and Saturn have been completely devoured. Pluto is being pulled into the solar mouth now.
The Lunar Collective predicted this event. They moved Earth to safety specifically to avoid that fate. We owe our survival to their intervention.
Haven 3 requesting details about the moon inhabitants. How many of them are there? What do they want from us?
Lunar Collective responding to Haven 3 inquiry. Our population is approximately 2.8 million individuals. We require nothing from your species. Our goal is mutual survival and cooperation.
Haven 18 asking about the future. What happens now that the solar feeding is complete?
The solar entity will return to dormancy for another 15,000 years. Earth is now positioned in a stable, safe orbital zone. Our moon settlement will remain partially embedded in your planet, creating a permanent bridge between our civilizations.
Dr. Corathani, this is Director Razorback. I'm authorizing formal diplomatic relations with the Lunar Collective. This is unprecedented in human history.
Understood, Director. What are our parameters for negotiation?
Full cooperation and transparency. They saved our species from extinction. We owe them everything.
Sage Blackwater, Director Razorback has authorized me to establish formal diplomatic relations between our species.
We accept your diplomatic overture and offer technological assistance for planetary reconstruction. Our gravitational systems can help restore Earth's oceans. Our botanical knowledge can revive your ecosystems.
What do you require in return?
Coexistence. The moon will serve as our territory. Earth will remain under human jurisdiction. We propose shared governance of the bridge zones, where our civilizations will interact.
Dr. Blackthorn requesting scientific clarification. You mentioned that most planets are organic entities. What makes Earth different?
Earth is a rare inorganic world that developed life independently. Most planets in the galaxy are cosmic organisms, ancient beings that predate stellar formation. Earth's natural evolution makes it unique and valuable, which is why we chose to save it.
And the sun?
The solar entity is the oldest of the cosmic organisms. It feeds on younger planetary beings to maintain its existence. This feeding cycle has occurred for millions of years. Earth was the first inorganic world to develop intelligent life, making your species extremely rare in the cosmic order.
Geological survey reporting moon fragment stabilization. The moon has settled into a permanent position, partially embedded but no longer causing seismic instability. The bridge zone spans approximately 200 square miles, where moon and Earth surfaces have fused together.
What does this mean for surface habitability?
The fusion zone is creating a unique ecosystem. Atmospheric conditions are stabilizing. Temperature regulation systems from the moon are cooling the surface.
Lunar collective engineering teams are installing atmospheric processors. Ocean restoration will begin within 30 Earth days. Our technology can extract water from subsurface ice deposits and accelerate the natural hydrological cycle.
Commander Valderos establishing security protocols for the first human-lunar interface zones. Both species need protection during initial contact phases.
Agreed. We propose joint security forces, human and lunar personnel working together to ensure peaceful coexistence. Engineer Nightfall reporting communication system upgrades. The Lunar Collective has enhanced our technology. Signal strength increased by 300%. We now have permanent channels to all surviving bunkers and direct communication with the moon's interior cities.
Cities?
The moon's interior contains 12 major population centers, each specializing in different aspects of survival technology. Hydroponics, atmospheric engineering, gravitational sciences, knowledge we are willing to share with humanity.
This is Riven Ashcroft broadcasting to all survivors. From the Haven Bunker Network to the surface settlements, today marks a new chapter in human history. We are no longer alone in the universe.
Broadcasting Sage Blackwater's message to all frequencies. Humanity deserves to hear directly from our saviors.
People of Earth, this is the Lunar Collective. We understand today's events have been traumatic for your species. The destruction of your surface world was not our intention, but it was necessary to prevent your complete extinction. The cosmic entities you witnessed being consumed by the solar being would have devoured Earth and all life upon it. We have lived in secret for millennia, preparing for this moment.
Sage, can you tell our people what comes next?
Reconstruction. Earth's oceans will be restored within 5 years. Atmospheric conditions will stabilize within 2 years. Agricultural systems will be operational within 6 months. Your species will not merely survive, you will thrive alongside ours.
Medical officer requesting information about lunar biology. Are your people compatible with human physiology?
We share similar evolutionary origins, both species descended from organic life. Medical cooperation is possible and beneficial. Our longevity treatments could extend human lifespans. Your genetic diversity could strengthen our population.
Brisbane Bunker asking about space exploration. With the other planets gone, what lies beyond our solar system?
The galaxy contains thousands of worlds like Earth, inorganic planets where life developed naturally. With our combined technologies, interstellar travel is possible. Humanity's future extends far beyond this solar system.
Sage Blackwater, Dr. Korathani requesting final clarification. What is our timeline for full surface habitation?
Atmospheric processors will complete their work in 18 months. Ocean restoration systems activate in 45 days. Surface temperature stabilization within 6 months. Full ecological restoration in 3 to 5 years. Engineer Nightfall confirming technology transfer. The Lunar Collective has provided blueprints for advanced water purification systems, atmospheric regulation technology, gravitational manipulation devices, interstellar communication arrays.
And they're sharing all of this freely?
Survival is a mutual endeavor. Your species possesses qualities we have lost: creativity, adaptability, emotional resilience. Our partnership will benefit both civilizations.
Director Razorback authorizing Operation New Dawn, Joint Human-Lunar Reconstruction Initiative. All bunkers will coordinate with lunar engineering teams to establish surface settlements in the bridge zones.
Security Chief confirming peaceful protocols. No weapons will be necessary in the reconstruction zones. Both species are committed to cooperation.
Geological survey reporting final seismic stabilization. Earth's crust has fully adapted to the moon's presence. No further tectonic instability expected. The planet is ready for rebuilding.
ISS reporting solar dormancy confirmed. The sun has returned to normal stellar activity. No signs of the feeding entity. Solar cycle complete for the next 15,000 years.
So we're safe for the foreseeable future?
Earth is safe. Humanity is safe. And together, our civilizations will explore the galaxy, seeking other worlds that need protection from the cosmic entities that hunt among the stars.
This is Riven Ashcroft signing off. From the first day of the new world, where humanity learned we are not alone. And sometimes, the monsters in the dark are actually the angels who save us.
Haven 7 closing communication. Welcome to the age of interspecies cooperation. Welcome to humanity's true future among the stars.